Hi guys. Uh, Nobody's in just quite yet, but this is a bit of a hangout. Um, if you haven't noticed, the title is very accurate today. Uh, there's a lot of things that just freak me out, but this is one of the big ones, and we'll be addressing it today. There's a lot of misconceptions. There's a lot of rumors, and quite frankly, there's a lot of haters too. But I am here to prove to you that I actually am indeed making good jokes. So you keep that in mind. But yeah, for real. Hi guys. Any lurkers, any VOD watchers? I hope you're all doing very well. It's I believe, what is it? The 7th of February. February. I always say February. I don't think I think that R is non-existent sometimes. But that's the education system failed me. What can I say? uh, but yeah, it's a lovely day. A little bit of rain too. Hope you guys enjoy just chatting, just hanging out. I think we got some people coming in just a second. Actually, we got a lot of people in right now, but I have to, I gotta set the table, so to speak. So hey, we're just gonna be talking. That's it. Stuck in indoors and all that. So it's the only thing we can do. Hello, everybody. I'm going to say hi to people in chat. Wait, is that Hugz Online? Is that Hugz Online from Communists? It might be. It might. Yeah. Don't get your cross wired. Hi, Moss. Hi, Finn. Hug's addressing the allegations this stream. It's too many to count, honestly. So, one step at a time, quite frankly. Hello. Hi, Morkley. You're so scared. Me too. We're gonna get along great. Welcome in, guys. Sorry, my thing is a little fogged. Chat, I'm at church. Save me. Don't worry. You got God with you. It's fine. Should be all right. It's like a big bulletproof vest or something. The R is supposed to be silent, you fraud. Why would it be silent? Why would they do that? It's not supposed to be. It's not supposed to. Why would they put it there? Oh, I'm silent? No, I address everybody. Everybody matters, okay? I'm one of those people that when someone's not talking, whether they like it or not, they will be addressed, okay? You'll be noticed. It all comes back to those days when I was a kid and I thought I was the Joker. And then it turns out it was true. So then I had to deal with that, and now you're dealing with it. Oh, we're all connected. Watch out. Wait, Hugs, are you excited for the Super Bowl? Do I want to talk about the Super Bowl? Especially the halftime show? I'm excited for everything but the Super Bowl itself. I feel like that's prominent with people who love a little flashy advertisement or something. I'm not exactly talking about that. I'm talking about like whatever sort of like pushback is going to maybe occur there. I'm really hoping for something kind of big because it may be the winter, but I don't really like the ice, on the sidewalk. You know what I'm saying? Sorry. I wonder if some people think that every chat is going to turn into like a giant political one, but that one at least needs to be said. I think that one's pretty easy going for me. Hello, Polymer. Welcome in. What is your most ambitious but scrapped project? That's a great question, actually. do I say what it is that I scrapped, but I didn't actually pull through with? Hmm. Well, here's the thing: is that I had a really big project, but I'm now repurposing it into something that you guys will see in the future. Because like the whole point of it will be something kind of like metatextual. So it'll be like a commentary on myself, but it'll be a commentary about the thing I wanted to talk about, but then talk about something further. So I don't think I can say exactly. Hmm. Huh. Oh, you know what? Okay, I do have this one thing that was very ambitious for me, because like my idea of like making like videos is that I kind of want to be a tryhard about them. Yeah, I want to do like stuff that's light, but there was this one project that I had that was like kind of like addressing my depression and like just like my problems with motivation, and it was really inspired by playing the game Amori, where um, one of those things was like about, I think it was, what was it? I think it was waiting for something to happen. It was just like stuff that like, taking initiative to do things. I was like trying to talk about something there that was like supposed to be super um, retrospective, but I ended up not doing that because the video was meant to, or like I was penning it as something that was for me. But eventually, like things just like drastically changed. I transitioned. I feel like way better now. So like that topic just kind of like actually just kind of got like kaput. It might have been like a cool time capsule thing, like like where it was at a particular time, but I was never. I was like kind of like 40% done it, so I ended up just scrapping it. It was like very edited. It had like Amori music in it. It was something like that. Oh, chill. You think you have like an idea? Yeah, yeah, yes, Finn. That is exactly what I was thinking of. Also, yeah, one thing that I ended up like kind of scrapping, but like I'm kind of thinking about maybe doing was something like a, oh yeah, top something video or whatever, but I didn't actually go through with that because I don't really do that as much anymore. So things have changed. Okay, bye, Bodie. Thanks for coming in. A little quick hello and bye. I hate American football. Straight to Frown Town. I don't really like America. So ice really do be slippery. It is. Honestly, like I said that before. A winter is like such a aesthetically nice time, but I think the problem that I have is that it's like it's just unsafe at every moment. It's just very, very not good. A top 5 videos? No, no top 5 videos. Well, there was gonna be something kind of light that I was gonna do, and I was gonna try something hard with that. But yeah, I love behind the scenes type ambition. I love showing love to projects that never saw the light. Yeah, yeah. I'm glad I'm feeling better. Yeah, I mean, like that's like some of the stuff that matters the most. I mean, like I think as a couple people know is that I've been kind of trying to pen some music here and there, and there's some like ideas that like I've just kind of like made, and just getting them out of the way is kind of good enough. I don't think everything needs to be like publicly showcased all the time. Not that like I think there's anything wrong with like sharing stuff online and like sharing it to an audience. Obviously, I have promoted and even like spouted upon that it's really great to like do stuff for people and to give and like share. But I also think that there's something very good about just something personal and cathartic, and it's very, very nice. just, like, what is it? Diary-esque stuff, And that's, like, kind of like, sometimes that's what that turns into, because, like, midway through making it, I, I just kind of, like, I'm just like, yeah, I feel good now. We're good. Hugz hates sharing. Oh, yeah. Notoriously hates sharing. Definitely don't come on and say stuff that I think about ever. Hugz no share. Hugz no care. No. Don't you judge me. Then I'll be forced to care, and you don't want to see me do that. I think, one thing that I don't know, like, it comes across a lot when it comes to, what would I say? Like, when I come on, like, stream here, where I'm just like, I just be, I just be barking like a dog. Ow! But, like, I'm, like, I'm quite chill as, like, a person, for most of the time. I'm, like, just very, like, I still am very much, like, like, little bells and whistles and stuff like that, but for the most part, there's, like, a prominent amount of nonchalantness that I think my life kind of, like, takes on. So I try to, like, I try to be as authentic about that as possible, but I'm also, I always think about that. I'm like, yeah, I'm nonchalant when I'm, like, kind of, like, off stream. Like, what is that about? And then, like, I get on stream, and then I'm just like, I just be saying stuff. But, like, I guess it's just, like, a product of, like, if there's just, like, enough people talking, I just can't help myself. It's my ADHD or something. It's just like, wow, little waves. I can't help it. So I was just like, oh, am I being inauthentic when I'm going on stream? It's like, no, the reality is that I'm just, like, just a different environment, so it brings something out of me. A Baba Booey on stream. Stop! It's just so easy. Don't do that. Aria, let me know if Buystorm is next week. I don't know. We'll see. I mean, it'll definitely be listened to this year. I don't know why I wouldn't. I mean, like, I have to listen to it. Like, it's kind of like a moral. It's like an obligation. Like I'm gonna be letting down myself if I don't listen to it. Buystorm was so amazing. Like, just that song. Oh my gosh! Hi, Rosu. Welcome in. What's up? It's a rose. You got that reference? You're very quick on the tack, I see. Sharp as a thing that slices. Is it like how there are people, example me, that get stage fright, like, with 1 or 2 people, but have no fear with 5? Kinda. It's weird because I wasn't always like that, but I kind of just molded into that eventually. Yeah, kinda. I definitely can, like, overthink maybe 2 people, because I feel like maybe it's just, if there's 2 people, right, you're kind of, like, catering to the intimacy of both of them, right? But if you, like, just, like, throw in front of, like, 20 people, you don't have to account for everybody. I think there's some level of, like, inherent forgiveness that people have, or, like, they expect when it comes to public speaking versus, like, duo speaking or one-on-ones and stuff. I think it changes, right? That's just kind of, like, how it is. I think if I was to, like, try and make sense of that. Oh no! Oh god, my rain! Hold on. So, wait, sorry. Oh, the window. Not just a perfect follow-up, but a perfect album. Wow. Perfect. Wow. What a word. That is great to hear, Finn. I'm glad you liked it that much. That is huge. That is huge. Nice reference. Annoying orange. uh, fuck. I forgot that oranges can talk. Holy shit. Scaring me. You're scaring me more than I scare myself. Holy shit. With my band, we shit ourselves when there's 3 people who are there for us. No, it's true. I think it's just, again, you can kind of like, you can point out their face, you can point out their reactions and analyze them more than it is like, you know, crowd. You know, like it becomes more of your periphery literally opens up and it becomes more of a blur. You know, I think that's just how it works. Permission to self-promote? Yeah, you're fine, Rose. I mean, you know, we won't pull up anything today, but you are more than happy to just be like, I make stuff. It would be weird if, like, you know, we if like just maybe somebody came in, but like, Rose, I've known you for a while, and also like I talk about music here, you know, like I've had literal musicians show up. Like, what are they supposed to say? Like, oh, I walked the dog today. This is their life. Don't mess with their life. You can talk, you know, just like that's kind of like the thing, right? A lot of people talk about, like, if you just talk about streaming, for example, some people see it as like self-promo if you like say that around like a bunch of, you know, streamers or something. But like in reality, you're just trying to relate on like a hobby. You're trying to relate on a thing that you do. It's not always because like you're like trying to like get some like gain from the exchange. It's just because you're trying to like maybe make a friend or whatever, you know. Yeah, you're totally good. You're totally fine. If I split 1 teaspoon of battery acid to 1,000 people, they won't feel a thing if they drink it. But splitting it to 2 people will probably make their tummy hurt. I don't know. This is like a really evil version of Jesus Christ. It's just like, instead of breaking bread, you fucking broke battery acid onto all the people. Holy shit. That's fucked up. Oh my god. That's crazy. Yeah. Streaming can just be a hobby. It doesn't have to be like a financial thing. And like, again, even if it is, again, you just kind of want to relate on the thing that you do a lot, especially because like if you're a streamer, right? A lot of it's like shaped around doing streaming, so you just kind of want to like talk about it, like with people who would get it. But you know, it happens. I just noticed, who is that in the frame behind you? Maybe I'm just uncultured. Uh-oh. You don't want to know that. You don't want to know that. Just be careful. Don't want to know that. I actually don't know. I just noticed. Oh. Evil Jesus is just the Pope. What? Why would you say it that way? The Pope? What the fuck? Oh shit. There are actually 2 frames. There are 2 frames. You guys are gonna have to figure it out eventually. Hugs, I hope you're doing all right. I am doing all right. Thank you. I am doing okay. It's been like I've been having like a few symptoms here and there show up, but for the most part, I've been very, very like chill. I've been very nice, and not too much has like kind of deterred me so far. It's been like it's just been like a few health scares. I still think like I get kind of anxious at times thinking about them, but for the most part, I've been a lot more like mentally equipped. So I'm doing very well. Um, and yeah, I like being able to kind of like just like get outside a lot more right now. The cold has made it like kind of bad, but for the most part, it's been very good to just be able to breathe, go outside and breathe. I believe this so much. I just find it funny that I had someone in my uni who asked, "Why do you need money out of music?" Gosh, I don't know. Why do you need capital and capitalism? Holy shit! I wonder why. All right, like it's so stupid. That's the thing is that like that's really I've been thinking about that a lot. Is just like there is a really prominent romanticization of art as just like a passion project, and that it's just for you, and that like that will somehow coincide with making great music that everybody will just inherently love and stuff like that. And the biggest like determining factor is that you're going to make money from it. So if you aren't making money from it, that means that you must not care about what it is that you're making inherently, right? It's just like a weird thing, because like sometimes like you do kind of need to play the game a little bit if you just want to get by, right? That's just kind of how it is. And also compromises does not necessarily mean inauthenticity as well. Obviously, there's people who do make stuff that is definitely not about them. Like I've seen plenty of artists who just want to make stuff because it sounds cool and they know other people will like it. But not everything is just like a completely like this is everything about me, as if this is like a diary and like it's infused with my identity. Sometimes it's just like as simple as like you just kind of want to make work. They came to learn to make music for a living and didn't want to get paid. Like, yeah, why do you need to get paid for your job? Yeah, guys, all you have to do is spend like a year learning this thing, and then like that's all that matters. Why do you need money? What's wrong? Oh, I don't know. I might be starving. Maybe I'd rather work here than I work over there. Very, very interesting. You're so soulless. Oh my god. Hi, welcome, Kitsune. Welcome in. What did you forget? You came in screaming. Welcome in. Work a 70-hour a week, please, for free. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. No, no, no. Yeah, you do not make stuff that's just like everyone will like. Yeah, for sure. Make stuff that like feels more inherent to you. Yeah, that's great. That's great. Like I mean, like in an ideal, and I like here's one thing I want to say that relates to what is it? An example I brought up on stream before was Silk Song. And that I love Silk Song. It's actually like I didn't say it then, but it's like one of my favorite games. I adore that game. I think it's awesome. Um, but the thing is that like You know, people like look at that and they're like, ah, yes, this is the standard. This is what you need to do. All the other indies need to do, and it's just like, can they even do that? Because, like, you know, even when you consider the conditions that Silksong was under, you know, Hollow Knight was already an incredibly successful game with like a little small net of people, and they were able to have plenty of time, lots of time, being able to groom and look over at a leisurely pace, what, like, how that game felt. And you can feel the love, the thought, you know, the real expertise on that project. It's incredible, like, almost the entire time. The music is incredibly married to almost every instance. Stark and really, like, evocative. It's not just even just like cold meeting cold. It'll have like these beautiful sweeping tracks at like completely crazy areas of the stuff. But like, you know, it's so crazy because, again, you can't expect everybody to be able to do stuff like that. Like, you can't expect people to pump out Silksongs just because a couple of people made it. Like, again, they had all the time to do that, and I think that's cool as hell. I think that's like amazing. But you know, you know, we have to be realistic. Is that not a lot of people can do that. Not a lot of people have the resources to be able to do that. So yeah. But you know, again, some people might hear what I'm saying, and I think that, like, I'm thinking negatively about it. I'm not. Just, you know, how we talk about this stuff does matter, right? The expectations of that we put onto them and then others matters. If anything, you guys can probably get mad at like the big corpos who clearly have that money, but it's going to like the big wig executives and stuff. But yeah. So, sorry, we're just chilling. You have the same brain cell. Thank you. I'm glad I can make a drone army. You really need to tap into Hollow Knight. It's a good game. It's a good game. Very affordable as well. If you want to play that, I forget who coined it. But Silksong and both Hollow Knight are games that are perpetually on sale, like in terms of content, that is. Because like Silksong is like one of the biggest games ever I've ever played, and it's like $20. I've seen a lot of in music where people will look at the popular thing and be like, "You have to do that." Yeah. Not everyone can be the next Cardi. Yeah, and like, there's a lot of conditions on why that is the case, and I say this not as a spiritual idea, but like as just like a how things work. Is just like, some people, to water down a concept, is just like some people get, quote, lucky about who it is that like they were close to, who they met, who made the impression on what. There's just like a lot of stuff that determines like what's going on there, you know? Speaking of drone armies and single, have you seen Pluribus? Pluribus, sorry. No, I mean, I'm a big fan of Vince Gilligan, but I haven't seen it yet. I'm still waiting to finish Better Call Saul. Not that they are the same, of course, but I think it would be cool to, in terms of a director's sense, and you know, even one of the actors as well, see them kind of change gears like they are with that. So I very much want to do that. I think it'd be very cool. All right, hold on, wait. Oh my god, wait. Actually, oh my god. Had to join after I saw the stream name. I laughed so hard, I almost started coughing. Thank you for the sub, Indiana Lord. Thank you, thank you. Indiana Lass, I appreciate it. I don't know why everybody keeps laughing at the title name. That's just how I feel. This is exactly why I feel that way. I try to make a comment, but everybody just. I realized my life was a comedy. This is something that has infected Instagram and TikTok. Yeah, for sure, for sure. A lot of those spaces definitely have a lot of high expectations and where they think indies are just going to be made, for sure. We're very focused on making something that is a mimic success and not being creative with the content that they make. Yeah, for sure, for sure. A lot of those people need to like just realize that like a big part of just like being yourself and also like doing pretty well is just like adhering to something that it is you do, um, that might catch wind or not. Like, trends are so like finicky anyways. You might as well just like make the thing that you care about. You never know what you're hopping on, right? Mimicking versus inspiration. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, for sure, for sure. It's a big differentiation. And I think mimicry is also very flattering, but it definitely can hinder you in ways that you might not expect. In terms of like at least like if you have business sensibilities. Clearly, if you mimic stuff, there's literally no inherent wrong with that at all. Speaking of which, what do you guys consider indie music? That's a good question. I mean, for me, I mean, indie music has kind of like the word has been probably repurposed and like claimed for the sake of like its own genre sensibility. I mean, like even if you think about garage, like there's always been like these kind of terminologies that are supposed to appeal to like low budget, quote unquote, or rather like less people, less production, whatever. Um, and then like they kind of just that kind of gets defined in a certain sound kind of way, right? And I think that's kind of cool a little bit. Music titles and genres are so there's so many of them. But indie music is just like usually something that's a little bit like, I think it's usually something a bit moody mixed with something a bit kind of cute. Usually kind of like a certain kind of melody that hits a bit of a cheer or a bit of like whimsy. Kind of guitar, usually like kind of soft, usually analog guitar. Not like a electric or anything like that. But I think like if we're talking like independent music, usually, I mean, usually like I'm not too concerned. Just to clarify, like how many people are on something or not. But I guess independent would just be like a few people writing some stuff. The Sam LRC. My Samantha, she would be an independent like through and through. Like Cyber Crashers is on that thing, and then it's her. Um, independent is maybe something like maybe like underscores. Unless I guess I'm not entirely sure because I don't remember if like what exactly underscores is like tied to. But like stuff like that. Maybe not being signed to like a massive studio. JPEG is still an indie. Is that true? I guess so. Yeah. Indie is no longer indie. It's now a sound. Exactly. Yeah. Nebulous term, but yeah, there is like still something. Underscores is dead air, right? I don't exactly remember, but like that's kind of like in my mind, something close to independent. Yeah, DIY is pretty much what indie used to be, for sure, for sure. And then it kind of got snatched. It kind of got snatched pretty hard. Yeah, DIY is the perfect way of describing it, Rose. But for some reason, even before, oh yeah, am I hoping? For some reason, before 2022, what is considered indie sounds interesting. That all just sounds the same. It might be unnecessarily critical, but independent music has now been completely removed from indie music. It's a bit strange, ain't it? It's a bit strange how that works. And, honestly, it's weird because things do change, like, quite a lot. And there's always, like, a bit of, like, is this indie? Is this not indie? Depending on like circumstances. And honestly, here's the biggest one that people, the descriptor of indie is usually people associate it with like budget or just like the amount of work that like one person has to have. Like Stardew Valley is an indie game. That seems like fitting. Silk Song seems like an indie game, but obviously indie in ways that isn't as indie, aka the budget. But then also there is, Claire Obscure, and I think I guess it maybe we could call it, not AAA, but double A. And because they outsourced to so many people and they could afford that, so like calling like Claire Obscure indie also just feels strange. It's a bit strange. It's a bit weird, isn't it? About just like how that kind of varies. And so like I think music is somewhat similar. Although yeah, I think DIY is definitely a good way to kind of I think umbrella that. Underscores is formerly dead air. Oh, I see, Finn. Yeah. Peggy does work with people, but he still writes all of his music. He produces everything. Does that mean that Tyler is indie? Is Tyler the creator indie? I don't know if that's... I mean, Igor is definitely like a passion project that like comes from him. Does that count? Yeah, like if Peggy like releases under a label and gets help from that label, it's not indie DIY. Yeah, exactly. I think like maybe putting that like in like one term is like probably a good idea. He has like a massive team with him. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So that's like you can't even like describe it as that. Like you're talking about like the amount of people that surround the releasing of the project, I guess like, again, like if we're talking like actually indie, it's usually like the people go online, they go on like Bandcamp and then they go, here you go. Like no strings attached, you know what I'm saying? That's like maybe that's as indie as you can all get. In my opinion, if you're able to Bandcamp, no loop-de-loops and stuff like that, if you can just put that out there, you are probably indie. That's what I would say. Indie is all about the vibes. Vibes. Oh no. Honestly, guys, I mean, like, whether something's indie or not, I just like people making cool stuff. I do like that. I do like when people make very nice stuff and then they decide, oh, guys, what if I threw a toaster against the wall? Would that be a good beat? Oh, you're right. Henry. Henry, you're... Oh, Hardcore Henry, as we call him. Hardcore Henry. You're so smart. That's kind of like the vibe. I just like people making cool stuff. Even if I lean into like completely digital insanity a lot of the time. I've been trying to like wrap up like what it is that like is like a core music taste. Okay, you know, honestly, no, I'm not gonna ask that. Here, I'm gonna ask for chat instead of myself. But like, if you guys could describe, this is a challenge for everybody, and there's participation matters. This means that you'll get an award, and you will be immortalized. And okay, so what would you guys call your like core music taste? If you could describe, and you can use an example, a song, anything you want, what would you call as like your core song, you know? Your core music. What would you associate the most with your taste if you could find a way to like exemplify it? And that means watering down every complex thing about yourself, all right? That means that you're like, oh, but I like all genres. I like to eat cookies and milk. It's just like, no, you can't do that. You only eat cookies now, okay? Only cookie. All right? So you have to do that. All right? I'm waiting. This will be it. Rock and metal? Oh, look at you getting sneaky. You're getting sneaky now, aren't you? You said rock and metal? One answer only. You gotta choose rock or metal, or give up. Song most representative of my taste? What is that, Finn? I can't pull that up right now. Unless, otherwise, I might attack people's ears. I'm guessing it's if I was to guess, Finn, it would be lingua ignota. I hope I got that right. Yeah, DM it to me so then it'll pop. Hip hop? Oh, I didn't expect that, Polymer. Hip hop being your core is cool. It was! Yes! Yes! Okay, let's go. Progressive hip hop? I haven't heard of progressive hip hop. Sorry, not hip hop. Hyper pop. That's completely different. I haven't heard of that. Progressive. I guess we're at that stage where we could call hyper pop progressive. I always just thought that hyper pop was like progressive inherently, but I don't know. That does sound like it would probably be cool. Breakcore? Oh wow, I don't know. Breakcore is my day one. Is it your day like forever then? You day one breakcore and now you're stuck on it? That's cool. That's cool. Yeah, breakcore is really nice. Oh, sorry. I have to like keep adjusting stuff. Boop. There we go. Fine metal? Metal, really? Metal's cool. Metal is very cool. Honestly, your core taste is the one that like has taken the longest for me to enjoy. Metal is I love metal now, but it took that was like a training arc for me. It took a lot of time to get into metal. Lo-fi, it's not really a genre, but a fuel. Vaporwave, a techno. Oh, that's cool. Kind of just something a little bit like moody and light and just like I'm on a little snappy crackle pop blanket. Watch. Okay, here, guys, watch this. Finn is gonna rage in chat because I just said blanket. Watch that. right, what is it? Oh, it is this Lingua Ignota song. That's cool. That he may not rise again. I told you. You made me realize that I haven't even talked about my music taste here that much. I mean, like you've been around, Polymer, but that is really cool. Hip hop being your thing is so neat. It was fun showing you metal songs back in the day. Oh my god, I must have been insufferable. I always think about like, me like pre-death grips or and shit like that, or like pre-transition. I'm just like, man, I don't know what I would have been like. If yearning was a genre, it would be mine. That's awesome. I hope you keep listening. Oh, holy shit. I mean, look, it's better, if you really think about it, Moss, it's better to yearn than not yearn. You know what I mean? That's so funny. Pre-Violet Pony was me just in general. Oh, it's true. Fair, yeah. Fair Kato. My first concert was Pierre Bourne concert? Oh, I don't know if I know that name. I don't like music. It's fine since I was pre-trained as well. Yeah, that's so true. That's so true. Like we like, you know what it is? If you ever meet someone before you pre-transition and like they still like fuck with you, like you're just like, oh, yeah, you were one of the realest ones of all. I can't believe, like, some people feel that way when it comes to like growing up, where like they were like a kid and they're just like, oh, I was such a demon. How could I do this? You were my friend during all that. How could you? You're just like, wow, no way. Like, you know what it is? Okay, I can't say this. Okay, you know this one meme? It's just like how streaming works. So I'm sorry, I'm censoring myself. But you guys know that one meme where it's like, it's the woman patting like the kid on the head, and they're just like, oh yeah, you're great. And then like the foreground image is a picture of them doing a bunch of hang. It's just a bunch of like, they just got the military suit on, if you know what I'm talking about. That's like how that's how trans people feel when they think about people that they knew before they transitioned. That's how they feel about people they knew before. You went through all that. You remember all that? Oh my god. Oh jeez. I'd say a core song is probably Pure Reality, Black Dresses. Oh, cool. That's cool. Black Dresses is like, gosh, that was like a big opening for me. Accounts of 30%? Yeah, I mean, like, again, I'm asking a question that makes you, it doesn't have to make you black and white. It was just to see if you could identify maybe something closer to you as of right now too. Mind you, a lot of your core taste is going to change as well. You don't just like come out of the womb and go, I love metal music, this is awesome. You're not gonna do that unless maybe you're unless you're, I don't know, maybe unless you're like Malmsteen. Maybe Malmsteen did that loser. Well, hell if I know. Oh, another song is that is massive in my journey is Constantinople by The Residents. Okay, that's cool. Yeah, for sure. Music listening journeys are like, you kind of have to like really, some music is like, it's an easy walk through a village and you understand the culture and you get it and you like it. And then some stuff, it feels like you're fighting against a blizzard, or you're boxing two yetis while climbing up a mountain to be like, where is it? that's that's what it takes sometimes to adjust your taste. uh, Funny story about I can't read that comment. You can't say that. You can't say the funniest story about womb in metal music. You can't say it. It doesn't even matter what's true. You can't say that. That's not a real sentence. You can't say that. Oh, holy shit. Fuck. Oh my god. Oh. Oh no. My mother was at a Korn concert once while she was pregnant with me. She still has a ticket and everything. That's fucking awesome, honestly. But also terrifying. Why would you go to like any metal concert while pregnant? You're just like asking to like get swept up in like a. You're gonna get in like a fucking a pit. You're gonna accidentally get drawn into a pit. Holy shit! Your mom was fighting on hard mode with you. Holy shit! Oh my god. I hope they got into the pit. No way, dude. That's crazy. The mosh pit while pregnant is nuts. What made you want to be a VTuber? Eyeballs and tuxedos and top hats. Oh, true. That's true. Honestly, a little bit of aesthetic goes a long way. A little bit of just like, oh, that's nice. Is that nice? Oh, I'm gonna do that. That's like all it takes. It really is. So I'm a little off center now. I was swinging around crazy. I was inflatable armed tube woman. Top 10 topic opener? I don't know. That's a pretty good one. Let's make that one number 8. That's a great one. I don't know. Honestly, topic openers. I think if you wanted to like speak with someone and just get a vibe, ask about hobbies, and like say it in like a really sincere way. Just be like, do you like this? You like just kind of feel it out. If you have like any sort of questions, allow yourself to think of questions and then just go all over the place, right? I hate all topics. Roses be saying shit like, what are my pronouns? None. Do not refer to me. Oh, what are your favorite topics? None. Do not speak with me. It's so stupid. Oh god. Jesus. What shampoo do you use? That's a crazy question. Is that not weird? I like, okay, as like a lady, that like that freaks me out. Maybe if like another lady asked, I would be. I feel like I would be less, like my radar would be less weird. Obviously, honestly, just talking to men in general just makes me frown. I'm just kidding. What shampoo do you use? That's so weird. That's like equivalent. Like, I'm gonna assume that you smelt my hair if you say shit like that. You know what I mean? Like, you can't say that. That's exactly what I was saying. How does your hair smell? I literally said that. Yeah. No, you can't say that. I've unironically responded to people that way before. They've asked my pronouns, and I'm like, I don't want to be perceived. Oh. Oh, God. I thought you were referring to the shampoo comment. Because if anybody doesn't know, Annie here, Indiana lass, she's like one of the most freakazoid people when it comes to prompts. Literally, like I can be like, hey Annie, what's your favorite like top 10 item background images, like background items in any fiction? And then Annie would be like, oh, whoa, wait. What's your favorite buckets? What bucket? What's the best buckets in fiction? What do you think, Annie? Oh shit! Wait, that's really good. Stop that! Oh my God! What color underwear are you wearing? That's crazy. Yeah, you cannot say that shit. I shouldn't have even read that one out loud. Oh my God. Oh, goodness me. In any case, I hate the general, what are your questions? Like, unless it's like a specific one. Oh, that's okay. I mean, like, I like the questions that are just like, what do you like to do? And then like if they're like, forward and like fun about it and like light, then it's usually like really nice. It's kind of worse when someone asks one of those questions and they seemingly don't have any other things to be curious about. It's just like, oh, what's your favorite songs? And then you go, oh, gosh, I don't really know. And they're like, See, that's like pretty bad. You know what I mean? Like that doesn't feel right at all. But I think like, I think just like, just kind of like asking questions at all. Just being interested in people is really nice. Sometimes like to open a topic with, did you know? I find it that funny, opener funny. I feel like, did you know? It comes across more like, want me to tell you this cool thing that I am interested in? And usually that depends on the topic, Sometimes it's good, like unless you have like real confidence in the craziness of something, it's okay. But I feel like kind of interest personal usually works a lot better than like, did you know the rings of Saturn were actually crushed up moons? You know what I mean? You kind of have to gauge if they're into it or not. If you're trapped in the jungle, I'm sorry, I did that one on purpose. I can't get over. I can't get over it. If you're trapped in the jungle, your goal is to make a mixtape. What's the first thing you would sample there? Oh my God. A first thing in the jungle, what would you sample? Oh, definitely like some trees, like hitting, like stick. Bah, 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 bah. Or like some screaming bird. Yeah, it does depend on who the person is, for sure. Yeah, I mean, like, look, whenever it comes to like understanding if like the vibe is okay to go in on a topic, you have to gauge if they're interested in that topic genuinely. But usually it helps if they like say a certain thing to be like, oh yeah, I like that, or like, oh, I've always wanted to know more about that. But if like they're just saying like, no, I don't know anything, But like, then try to like say maybe one little thing before being like, okay, but did you know that the history of music was made in 1977 when Paul McCartney sneezed? Like, you can't do that, all right? Like, you can't do that. Screaming bird could be funny as hell sample, not gonna lie. They're funny. Birds are funny. I think they're really funny. I mean, like, look, all music like talks about birds flying and stuff anyway, so I would wait until the night to get some insane growls. Oh my god. That's terrifying. You're gonna get growls in the jungle? Oh no. Unless it's a gator. A gator would be funny because all you have to do is go up to a gator and just like, they're so stupid. You'll be fine. Birds are the best type of animals. They're so cute. I love birds. Birds are just like uh, they're like social little animal flies. You know, they just go around. They go. And they are funny because their head just goes like that. It's very cool. Me and my band sampled birds for our next song. Oh my gosh, I love birds. That means that the song will be just inherently great if there's a bird on it, because bird points it matters. A panther noise is so cool though. Panthers and like jaguars, they're so like, they're like a big grumbling like engine, but they're just a cat. It's very cool. Big car for real. Speaking of rings of a Saturn, did you keep up with the whole fake guitar playing? Oh, I actually don't know much about that. I actually have no idea. Hugs, remember that guy on YouTube we peep who just like grabs those animals to the Everglades? Oh yeah, I forgot about that person. The guy who'd just be like yoink or whatever. I have no idea. The yoink guy. Do you guys know about him? He just like goes out and like harasses a bunch of animals and goes, "Wow, interesting," and he like just grabs like a gator by the neck. You're like, "Wow, I caught this like swamp puppy. Look at this guy. Ain't he cute?" And then he'll like hold like a dangerous like spider or something. Like, got that. Grab. It's just insane. It's crazy. You're like, "Oh, is that an anaconda? Got this guy." It's like, what the heck? I don't know how people live like that. Also, like, if that person just like never uploads again, I won't be surprised. You know what I mean? I won't be surprised at all. They'll just never upload again. Messing with nature is just so terrifying to me. I'm such a baby about that. He should start sampling. That's so true, actually. He would probably get some really good stuff. I would have sampled every single sound from the city I grew up in. Oh, that would have been nice as like a nostalgia thing. Oh, before you moved. No. Maybe you can still like kind of look up stuff now. You know, if you look up stuff now, maybe it'll be still good. You should set another autocorrect for that. Whoa, what autocorrect? I might be a little confused. Oh, you're talking about adding Annie? Oh, I see. Almost everything in nature is chill as fuck if you don't bother it. I don't know if that's okay. I think most things in nature, a majority of nature, is fine. Uh, I think like there's a lot of knowledge that you need to have though, like specifically with bears. If you're just like thinking that you'll just like walk through the forest and be fine, that you just don't scare a bear. It's like whatever, but like literally all you have to do is like walk over a hill, not alert your presence, and then the bear will be like, oh my gosh, die. You know, it's scary. It's scary. Yeah, but here we go. I think I can take a polar bear. What do you mean? What do you mean you can take a polar bear? What does that mean? You're gonna take a polar bear? What do you mean? It's mainly freaky flies that want to kill you. It's mostly like the bugs that are just like, is that a living being? Yeah, you are mine now. Opinions on recording people. I don't know. It's just like noise. Oh no, my one cough. Oh no, that's me. It's like, I don't know. I guess it depends. I don't think that like should matter too much. Probably. There's obviously degrees in which respect is given, but still. Yeah, sorry, my cough is copyrighted. Whoa. If we're thinking the same guy, I'm pretty sure he actually studies herpetology and is trained. That's really cool. Nuts. He just like makes these insane videos where it just is so unbelievably casual. It's so scary. People in nature. I only recently learned to be like chill with spiders once I learned that they don't care about you. Sorry, my cough is copyrighted. My sneeze, that's my sneeze. You can't take that. My soul is in that sneeze. It's why I have to say bless you every time I sneeze. I think I can take the space-breaking eldritch horror that is going to reach us in the 200 more years. Oh, you've already sampled it. That's great. That's really awesome. Eldritch horror. You went through a little time portal. Do you guys ever think about going into time portals and stuff like that? I don't really think about anything too crazy like that. I don't have any time portal fantasies. I'm just kind of like living my day. Now that's so funny. I just found the stream. You seem cool. Will Def tune in? Thank you. Thank you so much. I mean, you can tune in. You can you can watch. You can turn it off. There's a lot of stuff in your power right now. But thanks for popping in and saying something nice. Thank you. I thought that said Deftone for Deftone. Is Deftone still making music? I can't even recall. I think they are. Is John Deftone making music? I'm just kidding. What's that? Sorry guys, I realize that I don't fit rain vibes very well. Do I fit rain vibes? If I just decide to not... You guys just... I don't know if I could ever, like, fit rain vibes, actually. Like, I just think about it. I'm just like, yeah, I can, like, put something on, and it's just, like, we're like, coasting. But then, like, you guys are just saying stuff like, Eldritch Horror. I traveled in time and I sampled them. It's like, what do you want me to? What do you want? What do you want? I can't do it. I love time portals. I've always thought that I could be like a seer or something. Oh, that's great. I mean, I hope that you continue to be a seer for the rest of your days then. You can turn off the rain. It's okay. We're big girls. We know it's not real. Holy shit. No, there's nothing to turn off. There's nothing to turn off, chill. You just need to chill. Yeah, if you could turn off the rain, that would be great because I've been stuck outside and I'm beginning to contract hypothermia. Guys, it's actually raining outside. The rain is actually real. What are you guys talking about? The rain's... Do you guys want to see the rain? Here, where are you guys? Guys. What will happen? Here, I want you to... Chat. I want you to understand real quick. If the rain's real, what happens then? There's doubters in chat. There's some of you guys who are like, oh, the rain's not real. It can't be real. But what if the rain is real? What do you do then? It doesn't rain in Canada. Don't lie to me. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Guys. If the rain is real, where does the water go? I don't know. I don't know how to tell you this, but... No, please don't tell me. Come here. Just want you to just take a look at this window. You guys ready? You see that? Someone said fake AI. No, that's real. Photoshop AI not real. The chat is AI not real fake. AI not real fake. Yeah, guys. I don't know how to tell you this, but the water... I don't know where the water goes, but we're gonna have to figure that out together. We're gonna have to figure that out together. An agent of the deep state. Just like all those government drones, all those birds. I knew it. Every single drop is one of them. We all know water is on the ground. It doesn't go up. It do go down. It do go down. It not only goes down, guys, it also makes you damp and moist and afraid. And when you think about all of those things combined, that means you're just like me, laughing away the pain. And quite frankly, let's all just laugh now. Look at that. Look at it again. Oh no. Oh no. I'll take you guys away. Damp and moist and cool. Just like me. Oh, okay. Hold up. I know your game. Hugs question: snow or rain or hail? Hail. What the? That's not my answer. Rain. Rain's my answer. Why would I want hail? Hail's like wow. The threats to the world are cool. I don't know if I want hail though. Hail. No, no hail. No hail for me. No hail for me. Okay. Nice try. Trying to make it laugh. Trying to make me join your fake up water. More hail, please. You guys just learned about water today falling from the sky. You guys are gonna have to move on. Unironically, though, I've seen rain going up so many times due to the winds. That's true, actually. Yeah, look, currents and all that of the wind type are very. Like, have you guys ever seen a water twister? That's so spooky. Snow is so fucked up because a rainstorm will make you wet in a good way, but a rainstorm will make you wet in a bad way. Oh, what the hell? Why? Don't say that. You can't say that. The only thing that's gonna be perspiring is like when it's like a really, really nice thunderstorm. That's a really nice one. It has to be. It has to be a not a rainstorm, a thunderstorm. That's when. That's when. That's when it's wet. A wet day that in a good way. A meteor shower is like an assault rifle. Hail is like a BB gun. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Right. Right. Yeah. I remember 3 years ago when I was walking home from class in a snowstorm, and while I was enjoying it so much, I loved it and everything. One of the best days of my life. When I got home, I was drenched, sweating, and all my clothes were sticking together, but it was worth it. Honestly, I'll say this right now, guys. You know that like take about like running in the rain making you sick and stuff? That's not necessarily true. The thing is that you can go out in the rain, all right? You can do that, but you have to shower as soon as you get home, okay? And also, don't be too cold, all right? The point is that you have to like you just can't be slopping all over the place. You gotta be able to come back home and then be like, here's more water, pee, good water. Okay, it's like rain is pretty cool, but the other one's bad. Opinions on volcanic ash. Guys, I don't live near a volcano. I don't think I can comment on volcanic ash. The only thing I think about when it comes to ash is that like really terrible Pokemon movie that like is really beautifully animated, which is the Lugia one. It's like the sea or whatever. It's like they call it 2000 in English, but in the English version specifically, they have like a prophecy about Ash. Dude, the plot in those Pokemon movies are so weird, man. They just make up shit and like they just move on. But then there's like this plot element where they're like, oh, if the three birds or whatever aren't in harmony, then the world will turn to ash. And then like they go, wait a second, Ash, that's your name. It's one of the greatest things ever. It's one of the greatest things ever. That's all I think of. So if we're talking about that volcanic ash, I do think about that. I love Ash. She's my friend. Oh, I got that reference. I'll shower after I wake up. You can't stop me. You like comed after rain? She got like so scared of the water hitting you. Ah, rain! Something like that. Yeah, you do. When a volcano erupts, it rains. So since it's raining there must be a volcano nearby. I don't think that's okay. I'm gonna be honest with you. You might be right, but I haven't seen the volcano yet, so I can't really say anything. Are you saying that the rain is the ash? My brother as a kid made my dad go see that with him in theaters, and my dad genuinely carries the movie with him as trauma. Oh no. As trauma. Oh my god. You want winter? I guess so. Guys, next week we're gonna be switching things up a little bit. You know what that means? You know what that means? One thing I wanted to say is that for next week, because this is about me now, I'm so self-indulgent, is that next week, I think I'm just going to do a lot more just like hanging out streams and just like kind of talking, and then just like something kind of theme based, because I think for the most part I like being, I'm gonna do like Witch Hat Atelier and stuff like that, but like I think for the most part I don't want to like kind of focus everything on just being like, you know, like the same kind of things over and over again. I think that like gives a lot of familiarity, but I think next week we're gonna be changing it up quite a bit in terms of what it is we're gonna do on the channel here. And so like if anything, you're gonna get like more streams, not like this one, but just like ones that are a bit more impromptu, I would say. Things will be planned, and there will be stream schedules, but I think for the most part, guys, I want to be able to give you guys some fresh stuff, and I think getting a material where we can just kind of hang and then like do a goal or do a thing, I think that would be really nice. As much as we'll still talk about music, because God knows I won't stop. So I'm really excited for next week once I have that all like ironed out. You're giving us lemonade? No lemonade stand. No lemonade stand. But we can maybe make a lemonade stand. Honestly, guys, we could like set up a lemonade stand like online, and then we can see how many people show up for lemonade. We could do that. Guys, Hugz made me relapse because I've seen her using my drug of choice, Stardew Valley. I do love Stardew Valley. When we talk about indies, I do love that game a lot. It's very, very good. The only good part of summer are summer nights? Oh, wait. Their writing is this fire? Kato's writing is this fire? That's so true. The summer night? Oh, vibes. The only thing is that, like, bad about a summer night is that if it's too hot, then, like, you're trying to sleep and you feel like a big giant, you feel like glue, like, to your bed because you get all sticky and stuff. Doesn't feel very good. No, Hugz. You cannot perform morally questionable experiments on lemonade stand customers. I'm not yet. All right, and there's nothing in the TOS that says anything about that. All right, so guess what? Lemonade is on the table, and you can't stop it. It's not about the heat; it's about the humidity. It's about both. It's about both. We don't have to separate one or the other. Both is kind of annoying. It's an honor to be referred to as the writing. The writing is this fire. Oh no! Of course, of course. I'm glad. Yeah, it was just a good slogan. Call me woke, but I like having sunlight. I do too. I do like having sunlight. I just don't having like. I just don't like having like a big giant. Like I don't like a magnifying glass like hitting me like freaking plankton. Okay, that's all. That's the only thing. Also, thank you, Goldie. I did see your comment. I am having a good stream. We are definitely having a good time. Hey, is this Hugz, the Joker, the Woker? Haha, wishing you a great stream. The Woker. Yeah, I am. Thank you. I appreciate that. You know, I'm notoriously referred to by my peers and by my friends and by my family and by my parents and by my grandparents and by like my coworkers and by like the in-laws and then their like cousins and then like their sisters and then like their children, like they all refer to me as the Joker, and I get called that a lot, so sometimes I respond to that first instead of Hugz, y'all y'all went on a road trip during peak summer heat with the AC broken and there's no wind outside. Oh god. Yeah, I like stuff like that does not make me miss being outside. Although I love being outside, but like the no AC, I caramba, I caramba, I that is a lot. No, I do know what that's like because I lived without AC for probably like, oh god, I lived without AC for 8 years. It was not very fun. Oh god, AC it's too expensive, but man, I need that. I generally haven't seen the sun since like October. No sun in the UK? Oh my gosh. What the heck happened? Did they got pools of poison over there? What's happening? Do you have like a reverse like Miyazaki swamp in the sky? Why can't you see the sun? Unfortunately, today is windy and ice is still on the ground. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, fuck ice, am I right? I don't like the ice. Ice is so, oh god, it's like the worst thing of, in the winter. I never lived with AC. It's not really a thing here. Really? That's not a thing over there? I do have just like kind of like a big fan. I have a big mechanical fan. It's not on right now, but that's like my ADHD stem. Everything just becomes gray. That sounds so sad. Oh no. I got hand fans. Oh, I see. Yeah, guys, I don't like ice either, for real. And I'm not just talking about the weather. Sorry. We already had one of those. I already made that joke. If anything, I'm leading you guys astray. I need to be funnier if I'm gonna make good points. I need to be like, I need to shake it up. What kind of person am I if I can't do that? I'm expected to make a change. What type of fried eggs do you guys like? Fried eggs? Oh, I'm gonna be honest. I don't think I like fried eggs. I like boiled eggs, especially when you like chop them in half, like the Joker, and then you make it a deviled egg. That's when it becomes like a real meal. You guys have deviled eggs before? Deviled eggs are so nice. You want me to get a stretch and a hydrate? Oh, thank you. Oh, oh, oh my god. Oh. I was stretching earlier, and like I like really like I think I stretched a little bit too much because my like shoulder like hurt quite a lot. I wasn't feeling like the Joker. I was feeling like Bane to Batman. I was just like, oh my god. Ugh. Ugh. Oh my gosh. Yeah. I just so curious. No, I was kind of worried though. Like it was just like a prominent pain, and like this is not going away. Annie, every joke I make has made you with the as the intended audience. Oh, that's so true. Some stuff you just like say because you know that one person will laugh. That's very true. Personally, a fan of boiling an egg in ramen. Oh my gosh, why are we talking about food? Oh goodness. Oh god, that sounds so good. Gives it a little pizzazz, a little bit of magic. That sounds very good. Oh, I do want that. Is anyone here also able to join their hands behind their back and stretching one over and one below? What? What are you talking about? Like, as in like that? Oh god, I don't know. That sounds crazy. I don't know if I can do that. The goal is to spread joy and wonder. I like a little joy and whimsy. That's like how I've been described as like my taste. I never gave the answer to like what my taste was on like what kind of genre would I call myself? I legit don't know. If you guys want my answer, I'm just gonna say something like digital. I was gonna say digital hardcore. Well, I was just gonna say like probably something hyper pop adjacent. But anything like honestly with like a lot of just like theater core esque stuff, like anything that's like made to be narrative esque, I am very much into that. Pink genre. Ah, God, yeah, that's true. Hanjuku eggs are the bomb? Oh, yes! Oh, yes, it is. Oh, God. I do want that. Oh, I wanna eat. That's too many answers, Hugz. What are you talking about? That's not. I was just saying it like hyperpop. Just say that. Just say that. I've said it before. I've tried to describe it, but basically anything like theater-esque is like super for me. Theater core is good. I think some people say theater core as a derogatory. I remember a certain kind of individual who would do that actually. But I think I don't know. Theater is really fun. I don't see that as negative. Shinji, I can touch my hands behind my back, and only when starting from one particular side. Oh, you have to kind of like move into it. Oh my goodness, you have technology. That's cool. You have technique. I like when music makes me hate myself. I mean, like, honestly, in terms of like music that's like confrontational and like, being able to reshape what it is that you think about yourself, I think that can be really good. I think that's really nice. Y'all should tap into what is that? Balonies? Oh no, that's not balonies. Ballones? Bologna has like a G or something. It's like bologna or something. You put it in a bowl and you fry it. You fry that stuff. That sounds really good. Oh. Do Shakespearean sensibilities and storytelling appeal to you especially? Me? I guess to a certain extent, yeah. Like, I think just like I think things with like kind of multi meanings is just like really impressive to me as like a writer, and like uh people who like take on a character of abstraction and like trying to make sense of abstraction is really interesting to me. Uh I think that's like really nice. And Shakespeare's like there's one thing mechanically where like Shakespeare is about, you know, what would I say? Like just like the big giant word poetry esque stuff. But then another is just like some of the class and like philosophies of things. The way that like he tackles that is like pretty cool, I think. Like Shakespeare had some like really cool stuff. I know that's like an old person thing to say, but I think that's true. I like a lot of Shakespeare's writing sensibilities for sure. Well, thank you so much for hanging out. I hope you enjoy your meal. Bye. I don't know. I guess like the thing that's interesting about Shakespeare, or rather, that's interesting about like all language, is that it is like dependent where it is that you use it, right? So like you can use one particular phrase in this context, and then like it matters, right? But you use it in another context, and it becomes kind of like horrifying or weird or strange. So like I think Shakespeare is like cool because like he might reuse a certain phrase or repurpose it with, again, combining certain ideas that then like kind of capitulate with like maybe one particular theme. But like it's interesting that like there's just like associative ideas that can kind of run with each other, and examining that by virtue of abstract kind of words is just like really really fun. It says a lot about you. It says a lot about like the culture, and like it's just like really fun. I just think like the sounds of things is just very nice. Some of the sounding of Shakespeare stuff is really cool, and you might not notice that, especially if you're not hearing someone act it out very well. Oh, like Shakespeare and Black Sails. Oh, interesting. Black Sails is a really interesting shout. The prose on Black Sails is one of my favorites, I think. It's so beautiful. Would Shakespeare fuck with Jane Remover? I don't know. I'm not entirely sure about that one. I feel like Shakespeare would be like, who? I have no idea. I have no idea. I don't know. It's always hard to like take someone who's like out of that context and then put them here. It's an interesting thought experiment. I don't know. Probably doesn't think about it too much. If anything, I think Shakespeare would be more attracted to people who take on hard prose. I feel like Shakespeare would be interested in like singer songwriters like Phoebe Bridgers or something, or like Billy Woods. They'd be interested in like just the strong lyricism, or stuff like that. Yeah. One thing Jane's a lot more blunt about what it is that they are thinking. He'd tickle his ruffled collar and make some noises. Let me know if Shakespeare would be a neutral Milk Hotel fan. Probably not. I feel like they would like Jordan Mason better. Victorian kids on Baja Blast. There is some stuff where I really think about like certain taste flavors, like taste like palettes and profiles that if you just like put them back in a different period, you would just like break their brain. They'd be like, oh, what is this? Like, what is all this sugar? Like, they would probably be repulsed by it, honestly. Oh man, I want to watch Black Sails now. Oh my gosh. Black Sails is so good. Guys, I got to this one part in Black Sails. It was somewhere near the midpoint of like season 2. Guys, oh my gosh. I love Black Sails so much. Black Sails is so great. They are pretty soothing, right? I like it. I like it quite a lot. I'm a big fan of rain. In terms of like auditory stuff, you know, guys, what I you know what I can tell you guys about? We put on like rain sounds in our place like quite a lot, and there's also another thing we do. We put on like a little fireplace. We play that as well, and then the next thing that we play is we play Animal Crossing. Like long playthroughs or whatever, and it's just like people like no audio from like anyone speaking, but it'll just be them like walking around like cutting down trees, and all the sound effects in like Animal Crossing are so good, just like the da da da, or like the water goes blink, you know. Oh, it's so, oh my god, I love it. Although it does jump scare me sometimes, even though I love that, because like I'll be walking out into like the kitchen, and then I'll hear and I'm like, oh, woo. It like scares me sometimes. I'm just like, oh shit, what was that? But no, it's just oh, it's like Isabella or something. You live in an alternate universe. I am a VTuber after all. Isn't that like pretty in line? You guys didn't read up on my lore. You guys don't know anything about my VTuber lore, and yet you say these things to me as if they're new. Come on, guys. Tom Nook is at my house? Oh no. Oh no. That's not good. It's more of a meme, a real genuine thing, but I'm a fan of throwing on 10 videos of like 1 hour silence, randomly interrupted by sound effects. 10 videos? Oh my god, that's crazy. I know your lore. Your lore is that you're short and gay and a fucking nerd. I am not 3 apples tall, and I may be gay, but that does not change the fact that I go hard in the paint, motherfucker. So you know what? Yeah, 3 apples, 4 apples. You don't know anything. You don't know anything, okay? And also, like, if you're so curious, oh, you're 3 apples tall. Guess what? Now you're not. Look, now you are 3 apples tall. Look, you know, like that video where they point at the cat and they're like, that's you now. Okay? That's you. No. Yeah, I gotta like put this down here. 3 apples, 2 apples. Hold on, I have to keep looking up. You guys are. Hold on, I gotta move this around. This is you lying. No. This is you. This is you being a little baby. Hugz is gay? I had no idea. Sorry. Gotcha. I'm so clever. I'm like the Joker. Okay. Okay, shotties. I think we might leave it here for now. Um, it's gonna get a little late today, and I have some things to do, but you will see me fairly soon. The next stream schedule, I'm thinking we're gonna start pretty early into the week next time, so I'm pretty much looking forward to that. Um, sorry, but if you're curious, here, let me actually move around. I can't keep looking. If you're curious, the stream schedule will be. Oh, it'll be in the Discord server. You can check that out and see what's going on. Next week we'll stream some more, and also probably stream a little longer. Just today is a little bit weird. So, keep an eye out for that. If you're curious about anywhere I am online, I'm pretty much everywhere. If you just search me, you'll find me. But it was very lovely, guys. It was very, very nice. Wait, Hugz. Wait, what is it? What's going on? What am I waiting for? Sad bye-bye. Yeah. No, we'll be back some more. And very soon, too. Very soon, too. Nothing too much structured. I would just like to be able to hang out some more, you know? And now that I'm feeling a lot better, I'm very excited to just kind of, like, chat. I forgot what I was gonna, say. Okay. Okay, fair enough. Yes, also the listening party is going on right now in the Discord, so if you guys can join in on that, please do. It's been like super fun to see like what everybody thinks. It's in the Discord. Oh wait, did I say that? Anyway. Bye everybody. It was very lovely. I'll see you guys all around soon. Yeah, keep an eye out. More stuff to come. Also, I promise, I say this like kind of a lot of the time about like a thing coming up that will actually be uploaded versus just kind of like hanging out like we are now, but there will be something on the way, so keep an eye out, okay?